After what's been an incredibly tough time after the resignation of legendary head coach Bob Huggins, West Virginia has finally started to have some good news roll in. First, it was Kerr Kriisa. Then it was Raekwon Battle and Josiah Harris. And now, the biggest get of the portal off season, Jesse Edwards is in on that as well. We're going to talk about his commitment or recommitment to the West Virginia Mountaineers after this word from our sponsor. This episode brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive, where friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-approved vehicle in stock every time. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family is always growing and ready to put you in the car or truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing only at a Dutch Miller Automotive near you. So yesterday on the Twitter scope, the Twitter sphere, whatever you want to call it, guys, we had some big news leak out. Jon Rothstein, one of the biggest names in college basketball, posted the following. Josh Eilert tells me that he anticipates that West Virginia's Jesse Edwards, quote, isn't going anywhere. The 6'11 Edwards is a transfer from Syracuse, who averaged 14.5 points per game, 10.3 rebounds per game, and 2.7 blocks per game last year. And I wanted to kind of pull up an article with this as well. And so I went to WestVirginiaSportsNow.com. Our friends Mike Osti and Ethan Bach was actually able to write this article yesterday. It says, report, either anticipates WVU's Jesse Edwards to stay put. Edwards, who averaged 14.5, 10.3, and 2.7 blocks on 59% shooting from the field during his senior year at Syracuse. Edwards was named to the All-ACC third team last year. Edwards has started for the Orange in the past 2 seasons. He played 7 minutes against West Virginia in the second round of the 2021 NCAA tournament, and he has 1 year of eligibility remaining. Edwards has been regarded as one of the best transfers in the portal this offseason, and seeing top 10 and top 5 rankings depend on which site you use. Edwards entered the portal on April 11th and cut his list down to West Virginia, Gonzaga, and Kansas within days. Edwards' visit to West Virginia was his only one scheduled during his recruitment, and he committed to West Virginia on April 16th. West Virginia has seen 4 players into the portal since Bob Huggins' resignation in mid-June. Trey Mitchell to Kentucky, while Joe Toussaint, James Okonkwo, and Mohamed Wagee are exploring options in the portal. Toussaint and Wagee are visiting Kansas State together on Friday. Toussaint has also been linked to Alabama, Gonzaga, and Texas Tech, while Wagee has visited DePaul and other schools he's interested in. James Okonkwo had 10-plus schools contact him within the first 24 hours of being in the transfer portal, including North Carolina and UConn. Eilert and his coaching staff have received good news over the last weeks as incoming transfer guards Kerr Kriisa, Raekwon Battle showed intentions of staying with the program. Kriisa transferred from Arizona, while Battle comes from Montana State. Both were regarded as 4-star transfer recruits. As you guys know from previous videos, I'm extremely high on Jesse Edwards and his potential with this team. I would have liked to have seen what a Joe Toussaint could do with Jesse Edwards in the pick and roll. Would have loved to have seen what other guys could do with Jesse Edwards on the floor, including Trey Mitchell. But it was not to be, unfortunately. Doesn't mean we can't replace some of these guys. But as of right now, it looks like the 3 core guys that were mentioned, along with a couple other players, Josiah Harris, Kobe Johnson, Seth Wilson, players like that, are going to be needed to fill crucial roles on what's going to be a still good basketball team going this year. Guys, if you don't remember, Jesse Edwards is a guy that finished first in blocks per game while he was at Syracuse and second in rebounds. That's elite. So he adds elite blocking and rebounding to this team. And oh, by the way, he averages over 14 points a game. Guys, that's big time. I don't know how he was only third team All-ACC with those numbers, but I know the ACC doesn't have 5 better centers than he does. There's no way. There's just no way, in my opinion. They had some good ones last year, but I think Jesse Edwards this year at West Virginia is going to prove to be a force to be reckoned with. And especially if we can get some other players in here to fill out some of the holes in the roster, I still think this is going to be a contending team come the end of the season with 20-plus wins. We'll see where that goes. We'll see who stays and who goes. July 18th is the big day we're all kind of looking at. So after that, nobody can enter the portal anymore unless they're a graduate transfer. Guys, please don't forget, before we sign off today, like the video. If you like the video, like the video. We would really appreciate that. Don't forget to drop a comment below. And last but not least, guys, subscribe to Hoops from the Hills. It's free. If you're not a part of this fast-growing channel, what are you doing? Come join us here at Hoops from the Hills. We're the only basketball-only West Virginia University YouTube show that we know of. There are some podcasts and other social media platforms that do basketball only. But we're the only ones on YouTube that we know of. Maybe somebody else will jump in the fray, but we want to be the biggest and the best thanks to you guys. My partner, Coos, is at the lake today. You guys can scold him down in the comments. Drop a comment below giving Coos hell on why he's not here to do a video with me today. Really appreciate that. Hopefully you liked the video, guys. Jesse Edwards is going to stay at West Virginia for the foreseeable future, hopefully. You never know what can happen. There's still a few days left, but I think he's going to stay, guys. This has been another edition of Hoops from the Hills. This video is over, and I am out.